Emma off mute. Okay, welcome guys to our team call tonight. I'm really excited to have Emma here. She and I met at Summit this past year in Las Vegas. We were backstage together a handful of times, and we pretty much sat by each other without even realizing it. But she and I met backstage, and we got to chatting. I think we stood back there for an hour for Elite, and we just got to really chat and get to know each other because the whole show was going on while we were back there. But that was a lot of fun, and I then started stalking her a little bit, and I was just like really loving her Facebook, and really excited to have her here with us tonight. And she is taking her team to Salt Lake City, to the mansion that we were at. So I think she's pretty excited about that. I know you guys had an awesome trip. So let me tell you about Emma. Emma is a top recruiter. She's been recognized for the most rank advancements. She's been 24 months in Success Club, and she has been on a top 20 cup team. So, every quarter we do a Team Beachbody Cup, and this last quarter we did a Fall Classic. She's been on a top 20 team twice. She's a 6-star diamond elite coach with Beachbody and a 3-star in her second business center. And for those of you who are at Summit, if you remember, she spoke on stage all about how she got to elite. So she is an elite speaker. She spoke all about that at Summit, which I can't even imagine how that was. I would have been, I bet. All right, so with that, let me unmute her, and I'm going to let her take over, and then, put your questions in the chat box, and we will ask her some questions after. Okay, you are unmuted now.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for letting me hop on your call tonight. I feel honored and privileged that you actually asked me to speak to you all. So just so you know who I am, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I am a military spouse. My husband's been in the Marine Corps for 19 years, and today is Veterans Day, so it's a very special day for us. I actually made him a cake, and it's downstairs waiting, so when we're done, we're going to go have cake. Let me reverse. Okay, so we have 5 kids together, and my Beachbody story really starts after I had my last baby. We have kind of a his, mine, ours situation where when we got married, he had 2 kids from his previous marriage. I had a baby when I was younger that I chose an adoption plan for. And then he and I immediately, within the first 4 years of our marriage, we had 3 kids together. And so I went from being like a single mom a single person to just instantly a mom of 5. And it was crazyville. I also, of course, had to quit my job because we were moving around. We moved 4 times in that first 4 years, endured a deployment. And then on year 5, there was another deployment. And we were strapped financially because we were paying child support and alimony. And he came into our marriage with a lot of debt. And I wasn't working because I was taking care of kids. And so he actually put in to get out of the military at 10 years. And I looked at him one day and I was like, what are you going to do? How are we going to pay for all these kids? And he was like, I don't know. And so he stayed. He stayed another 9 years. And so it's pretty incredible that he's served as much time as he has. And my Beachbody story happens actually when I was up in the middle of the night with my last baby. And we had just moved to Hawaii. We literally got on island. I got my household goods the day I went into labor, and they were delivered while I was at the hospital. So I came home from the hospital. Boxes were everywhere. We were broke. I gained 55 pounds with that pregnancy, and I didn't recognize myself anymore. And I just felt like life had just passed me by. I was in a horrible, deep, dark depression, and everyone kept asking me if I loved Hawaii, was I having the best time in paradise? And I was like, no, I'm not. We're broke. I'm overweight. I have no energy, and I have all these kids to take care of. My husband's working long hours. This is not paradise. It's hell. And so like literally I was so tired one night, and I remember I was nursing my kid in the middle of the night, and I saw Turbo Fire on an infomercial, and I charged it, and I chose the payment plan because we actually could not afford we didn't have that much available on our credit card at the time. And it just reminded me of who I was, because back in the day, I was like an overachiever in high school. I was on the honor roll. I was head cheerleader. I was in student government and choir and all these things. And somewhere I just kind of lost my way because of life. Life throws some curveballs at you. And that just reminded me of who I was. So literally within weeks, I started to feel like myself again. I was inviting people over to do Turbo Fire with me, and I was getting out of my house and talking to my neighbors and packing up all of my kids and going to the beach. And I would carry one baby on my front pack and one baby on my backpack and hike up to the waterfalls. And 5 months after I had my baby number 4 for me, I ran a half marathon, and I don't run. I didn't run unless I had to. Like, I ran to chase after my toddlers. So Turbo Fire got me in half marathon shape. So that was kind of cool. So fast forward about a year after that, after my transformation and first ordering that, my husband was on deployment to Afghanistan, and I kept getting sick like over and over and over again, and was at the clinic getting antibiotics every single month. Literally, my doctor was like, something's wrong with you. You need to like up your nutrients or whatever. So I saw the blip for Shakeology and decided to try it because it had all these superfoods and whatever. So I signed up to Coach to get the 25% discount on Shakeology. And my hubby came back from deployment, and then he told me I had to cancel it because we couldn't afford it. And my upline coach said, just help 3 people a month get started on Shakeology, and that pays for yours. And I was like, done deal. I can do that. So I did. And I just started more as like a hobby. And I think I was kind of embarrassed to admit how bad I really wanted Beachbody to work, because life had gone so far off track for me that I was afraid to admit that I wanted something bigger than myself. But I loved fitness. I'd always been an athlete. I loved the mission, and I always said I wanted to help people and give back to the community. And Beachbody just was that for me. It was my thing I could do where I felt like I could use my creative brain along with goal setting and my social interactions. It helped me to get out of my home, I guess you could say, when I'll like on social media and talk with people when all I was really doing was staying home and letting my little boys nap all day. So that was it. And so I set my first goals to move to Diamond Coach, and I wanted to help pay my husband's car payments. And I ended up doing that within 6 months. I was paying both of our car payments. And fast forward, at the beginning of 2013, I had lost my diamond rank and I went down to Ruby. And at the end of 2013, I was a 5-star elite coach. And this year, I was asked to speak on stage at Summit, and I've hosted a national wake-up call. And it's just incredible. Like they didn't tell me really what to say on stage at Summit. And when I walked off stage, I just cried, because I felt like, how is it that God's been using me to connect with other people and turning my mess into a message that could really inspire people? And that's what it's been about for me. I don't care about like recognition and all that. And for me, I just want other people that have ever struggled to feel like I can freaking do this. I can go get something better, and I don't have to be stuck where I am. So that's been my mission as a coach. And our team is a Fierce Fit phenomenon, and I just have my very best friends in my team and best supporters. And so it's just completely changed my life. Probably the coolest thing about it, though, is that my husband put in for early retirement, and he's getting out of the Marine Corps early. He has a 4-year contract that he's supposed to complete, and we said, no, we're tired of it. And I'm able to support us, and we just up and moved at the drop of a dime in August to Idaho so I could be near family. And it's just amazing to be able to live here. And we just went and looked at homes, and so we're going to buy our dream home and put down our roots here. And so it just feels awesome to be able to do that. So Beachbody can really change your life, but you got to work for it. It doesn't come easy. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share with y'all. If you have questions, go ahead and just type them below, and I'll try to get to them at the end. Because when I do this little screen share thing, it always it doesn't let me see the chat. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I wanted to share some tips with you tonight. I shared this with my team last week of how to earn, or 9 things you can do to hit Success Club in the next 48 hours, or to move up in rank in the next 48 hours. So here's some tips that I wanted to just share with you, and it really helped my team to light a fire under their tushy, and a lot of them ended up hitting Success Club this week, which is really good. So, okay, so how to earn $500 before Christmas. I'm sure Lindsay shared that video with you that's been floating around. I can't remember what coach made it, but if you don't have it, Lindsay, get it to them because it's a good one. It was posted in the wall. So first of all, the PIO Kickstart is on sale for $180. So just help 3 people this month get started in November on the PIO Kickstart. Your commission is going to be $60 per pack, which equals $180. Now, PIO is for so many people, so I want you to think about the athlete, like the runner that needs to cross train, or maybe somebody that needs an introduction into fitness, or that super hardcore athlete that their muscles are probably pretty tight. This would be a perfect workout for them. Somebody that likes kind of the Pilates, yoga, active dance kind of stuff, that they'd be into this too. It's really for so many people. And so when I first heard PIO coming out, I kind of pigeonholed it, and that was my big, huge mistake, because this is one of my go-to programs to recommend for people. So think about who really wants to feel better, de-stress, and get in shape for the holidays. Everyone, hello. So help 3 people get started in November, and how you do that is inviting 2 people a day. You can do that. We can share what we're doing and invite others to join us, or connect with them. 2 people a day. And then in December, there's second Shakeology order ships, because you're going to talk to them about Shakeology and how this is helping them to stay full and energized and fight off the flu. And so they're going to want to drink it in month 2, because this is good for them. So that'll be your $35 times 3 is $105. And then we know that Insanity Max 30 is coming out. Yes, and December 2nd. And that's going to be huge if you approach it the right way. Figure out who this is for. It's definitely more of a moderate to advanced workout, in my opinion. Beginners could do it. I think they'd really be frustrated, but that's just my opinion. And so take this to people that have tried Insanity, or maybe have ever wanted to try Insanity, which is pretty much everyone, and talk to them about it and let them know that this is going to be available. Get their email in the email collector, and you're going to sell 4 of those in December, aren't you? Because this is a hot ticket item, right? And there you go. That's how it adds up to making $500 before Christmas. So the second thing. So the first thing, number 1, share your goals and action list with the team. And I challenge you to do this tonight, like right now, after this call. People with clear written goals accomplish far more in a shorter period of time than people without them could ever imagine. Number 2, brainstorm challenge ideas with your team or your success partner. Don't think that the only person you can talk to is your upline coach. I learned some of my best ideas by cross-teaming. So I'll ask people, what are you guys doing over here? And what are you doing over here? And I get inspired and I get excited. So if you're feeling like you're stuck in a rut, well, guess what? So are your friends, and they're not going to want to join up with you, because if you're bored, they are bored. So get inspired by finding out what somebody else is doing. And then set your next 2 challenge start dates. A couple of ideas for a fun challenge would be lose a turkey before Thanksgiving, because they're 10 to 15 pounds a piece. Or a group of my coaches are doing a buck for every pound and inch lost. So it's called Dash for Cash. And they got a group of people together, and they said, we're going to count however many inches and pounds you lose between now and December 20th, and we will give that to you in the form of a gift card. How cool is that? So they're more incentivized in order to do that. So how about a strip away the stress with PIO challenge? Hello, perfect. Christmas season is nuts. So a little black dress for New Year's challenge. Roll in the new year and the new you. or family. A lot of people are thinking about their family right now. So it's an ideal time for you to really connect with them and to get their family involved and say, let's do this together.
Hey, Emma.
Yeah.
The slides aren't popping up. We don't see them.
Oh, they're not. Okay, so I couldn't see what you were doing.
Sorry.
No, thanks for letting me know before I just rambling on. Okay, I pushed share screen. So is it not? Am I not admin?
Oh, I need to make you a host. Hang on. I'll fix this.
How about now? Is that working now?
Sorry.
Okay, so were you just looking at my messy laptop screen?
Yes.
Busted. Organization is not my strong suit. I don't care. That's why I have a really organized Marine husband, because he organizes my life, and it works. Okay. So there you go. Well, good thing I can just rattle it off. Okay, so number 3. Can you guys see this? Yes? Okay. Number 3, different ways to post in the next 10 days. So post strategically over the next 10 days in different ways. So you're going to want to appeal to different emotions. So the first, post your progress pics if you haven't done it in a week or 2. Because remember that only a small percentage of the people that you post to on Facebook see it, right? So if you posted this 3 weeks ago and you wrote a heartfelt message about your transformation with Beachbody, chances are, like 20, maybe 30 of your friends saw it, maybe. And they see hundreds of things a day on social media. So them remembering it 2 or 3 weeks later is rare. Like they're probably not going to remember it. So do it again in a different way. Show your progress. What's happening with you? How do you feel about it? What's cool about it, etc. And then the second way is appeal to their emotions. And I just said, how do you feel about it? So is it helping with depression and your energy level? Is it getting you excited to push play every morning? Are you happier with your kids? Then post in a way that about being, this is simple, this is fun, this is motivating. You could talk about a challenger in your group and how they're inspiring you to work harder. Or if it's simple, like the 21-day fix containers, like check this out, 21-day fix approved, this was my lunch today. So easy, I can take it to work or whatever. And then the last way would be, what are you learning? Like, why is this valuable to be doing a program from one of the top trainers in the world? Like, what are you learning from there? And that could be simply just sharing a tip like, I heard this in 21-day fix today, or I heard this in Insanity, and I just had to share it with my friends. It really helped me to push through to the end. Did you know? Blah, 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 blah. Something so simple. And then people are going to start to see what you're doing, and it's not repetitive because you're sharing it in a different way. Okay, post an engagement question at peak time. Usually it's around 7-ish at night, wherever the majority of your friends and family live. And it can be something so simple. But what do you struggle with more, food, exercise, or motivation? And by asking them something really simple like this, then you get to know who they are. Because what if they're like, I could care less about working out. I could care less about this, that, and the other. Then you will know why they're not responding and liking on any of your fitness quotes, because they're not into that. But maybe if you made a personal connection with them, you could figure out why. Maybe they're really discouraged or they feel hopeless, and you could be that person that pulls them out of a funk. So see what it is that your family needs help with, and then you can, or your family and friends need help with, and then you'll post more consistently about those topics. So if they want to see more recipes, you can share that with them. If they're not motivated and they want motivation, you could share more motivation with them. Remember, what we're doing is trying to post according to what they need and add value to them versus adding value to us. Okay. Number 5, host a What is Coaching call, a sneak peek, or a webinar ASAP, and share how coaching has helped you in a relatable way to invite people, and then invite people on your wall, and then also in a personal message. So if you've never done a What is Coaching call, sneak peek, or webinar, then team up with your upline or your success partner. There's the awesome webinar that Beachbody created, and it's under Coach Training Academy I want to say it's under reference materials. And all you have to do is add in a couple of your pictures and your transformation bullet points, and the whole thing's done for you. It's just like a PowerPoint presentation. So it makes it so simple to share what we do. I saw this on Doug Moss as well. Somebody tagged him in it. And I love the way that she did this with her real life income progression, because by talking about like the things with in these next 2 months that people are concerned with are their budget. How am I going to pay for Christmas plus school and plus groceries plus this, that, and the other? And so by showing how her income has helped her, how she also paid for her Shakeology and her car payment, and then how that all progressed, that's an applicable thing that people are like, oh my gosh, that makes sense. So you could talk about, this month I was able to pay for, mine and my husband's Shakeology, plus groceries, plus Christmas presents or whatever, plus a trip home to see the family. We haven't been home in 4 years, or whatever it is for you guys. But getting in front of people and sharing your Beachbody story is great practice for you. I would record it, so do it on Zoom or something, or a conference call, whatever. So that you can have it recorded and share with people that can't make it on at that time. And then give them an incentive to be on. Like, I'm going to give away the free PIO DVD that comes with it, or I'm going to give away 5 packets of Shakeology, or a $20 gift card to Target. So hop on tonight and listen to my story and then give me feedback. So, 9 things to do. Okay. Number 6, email your customer database individually. So don't group message them, you'll be flagged as spam. In a newsletter, include pictures of your family. So include the latest with Bobby Joe just lost a tooth, and Sarah's in dance, she's doing the Nutcracker, whatever your family's doing. So what's new with the family? What are your latest milestones? How are they liking school? So why did you become a coach? And what's your mission as a coach? And include pictures of your kids and you, how you're transforming with this. Just like how people send those out at Christmas time, send it out now. People expect them to be coming anyway. And then end it with something like, if you know of anyone that could use help getting started on their fitness goals and relieve stress this holiday season, or would like to earn extra cash by starting a fitness business, please let me know. I'd be happy to send them some info. And then end with a personal thing. By the way, how are things going with your family? How did the trip go home this summer? How's so-and-so liking his new job, or whatever? My team has done this and it's been very successful. And then, going back to that one really quick. Once you send them the email, make sure you send them a text message and just say, hey, I just shot you an email, just wanted to get caught up. Let me know if you get it. And then they'll check their email inbox, because some people don't go to their email as frequently as they do text or Facebook. Number 7, schedule a Rally the Team or challenge group Zoom to inspire them. I love this quote. We rise by lifting others. It's so perfect for coaching. If you don't have a team, or if you don't have a big team or a team that wants to join you, then invite your challengers. Or if you don't have any challengers, invite potential challengers. And it could be something as simple as, I'm going to share with you this Saturday morning at this time 10 things to do to stay healthy through the holiday season. Or whatever it is that you want to do. And then end with sharing a little bit about your Beachbody story and asking them if they want to join you. And you can do this at any time, obviously, but find a time that would work for your friends. I would not say, hey, want to jump on a Zoom and I'll answer your questions about the holiday season and staying fit? That's not what I would say. I would say, I'm hosting a pretty exclusive Zoom this Saturday, and I'm going to be doing the top 10 things I would do to stay fit through the holiday season. I would love for you to be on. Will you be my guest? And if you're nervous about doing it alone, invite a buddy. Grab a coach buddy, grab your upline and say, let's do this together. It's going to build your confidence to get in front of people. And also it's going to build their confidence in you, that you know what you're talking about and you can help them. Now, if you already have challengers or you have a team, then schedule one for your challengers and say this is an Ask the Coach time. I want to know about your progress and your struggles, and I'll go over any questions that you have. If it's for your team, do the same thing. I want to know about your progress and your struggles. And we'll talk about what your goals are and how to get you there. And then anytime I do a meeting with my team, I always focus it around the business activity tracker and the vital behaviors, because that keeps you focused on the right things. Number 8, go shopping. Woo! I don't need an excuse for that one. Okay, go shopping in your online store and get excited to solve problems with our products. Solve, don't sell. Like, do you know that we have active vitamins? Because there are some people that are allergic to certain things in Shakeology and just can't drink it. And so Activit is actually another way that they can fill those nutritional gaps in their diet. Did you know that? Did you know that Derm Exclusive is awesome? I mean, it really is. My team and I, we did an experiment where a bunch of us started using Derm Exclusive for 3 months, and then a bunch of us went off Derm Exclusive, and we all broke out everywhere when we went off of it for a month. And so we all are back on it. Do you know how energy and endurance makes you feel? How about the whey protein powder or the P90X bars? Have you been shopping in your store? So the more that you get to know the products, the better. So you don't have to go in there and do like a $500 order tonight. I'm not saying that, but I would challenge you to try one new product every month and talk about it on your page. So here's an example of a script you could say. I'm not sure if you've heard of blank before, but what I found is blank. So let's say that somebody is struggling with energy to get up and work out. Man, I wish I could get up in the morning and work out with you, but I'm just so tired. So what I would say is, I'm not sure if you've heard of energy and endurance before, but what I found is that it really helps me to wake up and put more effort into my workouts each day. Would you be open to me sending more information about it? And then if they say, yeah, of course, that gives me a window so that I can send them a link or a video or something about whatever the product is and tell them more about it. Okay. Number 9, host a healthy holiday potluck or fit club at your house. Invite your friends over and say, hey, come over, let's swap some recipes or whatever, or let's do some healthy apps and chat. And then pull a couple things out of the books that we have, the nutrition guides, and make up a couple little Shakeology shots or whatever you want to have lying around, and talk about how you're paying cash for Christmas with your business, or how you're excited about staying healthy through the holidays, and it's the first time this year that you're going to try that, or whatever it might be, and just give them an alternative to doing the normal, which is gaining 8 to 10 pounds, right? And then but first I would ask them about them. How are things going with them? How do they like their job? What are they going to get their kids for Christmas this year? Are they excited about traveling home to see the parents or whatever? And figure out how you can be a problem solver by connecting and relating with them. Like, oh man, I totally understand having to clip coupons or hit the Black Friday sale, for whatever. It's just different for me this year. I'm going to do it all online, and I'm so thankful that this year we're actually not going to charge anything. Just a simple statement like that is an opening to learning more about coaching. So invite people over, connect with them, show them that you know what you're talking about when it comes to health and fitness. Okay, and here's your bonus worksheets. Okay, guard your focus. Promise yourself during the holiday season you will do your power hour every single day. And you know what is not on most people's power hour that I have found to influence my business the most is to send 5 new messages just to reconnect. You're not allowed to say anything about Beachbody in these messages, but guard your focus. Set a timer on your phone and tell yourself, I won't do anything else but these things. And when they're done, you may do other things. You can check your notifications at that point, but add 2 to 3 new friends, send 5 messages to reconnect, send 2 invites to your challenge group. That's going to come so naturally if you're sending those 5 messages, because you've already been chit-chatting with these people for a couple messages, 1, 2, or 3 weeks at a time. Send 1 invite to coaching, do your workout, drink your Shakeology, read your personal development, listen to the National Wake Up Call, and oh, sorry, that I made the slide for my team. FFP is my team. Listen to your team calls. And then fill out your business activity tracker. And then make sure you check into your groups. I like to actually check into my groups at night, the night before, and then post for the next day. So they're up and ready to go for for those waking up early on the East Coast. I also have people in Japan. And so it just makes sense to close the day with going through the most important notifications. And that way I don't pay attention to them pinging all day long. My team knows that. Messages and notifications get taken care of at night for me. So, and then your homework. You ready? Watch the YouTube video on how to earn. And that was put up by Michael Neiman, and it's in the Team Beachbody YouTube videos. And it's the one where he has the light bright machine, and he's like going through and explaining how to earn through advancing in rank. Because you're going to want to advance in rank because you want to get paid the most, right? You want to max out your income opportunity. So, all right, the last thing I wanted to say is success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. And you know, it's so funny because I always think there's like a secret sauce. Somebody has a secret sauce. They're more successful than me. They moved up in rank faster. They have more coaches. There's not. You know what success is? We all have our awesome, unique talents and gifts and et cetera, et cetera. The people that do really well in this business are true to themselves. They figure out what their unique talents and gifts are and use those consistently every day. And the people that succeed just use them more often. So chances are, if you're really struggling as a coach, then you're probably trying to mimic other people and not being true to yourself. Or you're being very inconsistent and making it so hard for yourself. It's like an airplane. You know how much effort it takes to get an airplane off the ground? And it's like, but then once it's up, it just is easy, right? If you're a new coach or you're struggling between, you know, you're hitting emerald and then you're dropping to coach, or you're hitting diamond and you're dropping off. Well, chances are you're doing this thing with airplane. That's hard. That is hard. And so make it easy on yourself and give it steady gas so that you can get up there and just start to soar. I've talked to a lot of top coaches in the network, and every one of them say the same thing. Work from your to-do list. Work from your business activity tracker. Never miss a national wake-up call. And then make sure that you grab a buddy to run with that will hold you accountable and not let you give up on yourself. And that appreciates your talents and gifts that come with who you are. So anyway, okay, I'm going to stop the share. And I will open up to any questions. You don't see them either. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Nope. Okay. That's totally fine. You guys are a bunch of rock stars.
I think, well, they're all on mute, so I don't know if you guys want to, if you have anything, chat or say you're good. I can't tell if we're, okay.
You're good. Okay.
We're good.
That's just fine with me. I hope that it was helpful and that you got maybe an idea or two that you can take and implement into your business now. Because we have, you know, the good ideas you don't ever want to just let pass you by. So take one or two things and do them today. Commit that you will do them today, or if it's really late where you are, do them tomorrow morning. And make sure that you actually follow through with those things. So thank you all for letting me hop on tonight.
Yes, thank you. They're all, I see them all now. Thank you so much for sharing. That was awesome. I took a ton of notes. They did get a question about, can they get a copy of your slides?
Yeah.
To see. Okay, yeah, she'll get you a copy. And I have like 4 pages of notes, maybe 5.
Oh.
So thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to let you go have some cake with your family. Happy Veterans Day. Go celebrate and enjoy that time.
Thanks, Lindsay and team. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.